Hey guys, I am Bianca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have some unique hacks using Dollar Tree vases. I really enjoyed making these. I think you're really gonna like them. These DIYs are definitely some that you can use all year and just decorate it differently for each season. So for the first DIY, we are using two 8x10 canvases from Dollar Tree. I'm going to start by removing everything from the actual frame. So I'm just cutting out the canvas, and this is easily done with the box cutter. The reason why I wanted to use the canvas was because I really wanted that wood base, but you could definitely use picture frames. It would probably be a little bit easier. Now that all of that is removed, I'm going to show you how I'm going to set it up. And also I need to see how wide I need to leave the bottom because I'm going to add some crab sticks. So you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So they're going to be sitting up like this. And then I have these two really narrow vases from Dollar Tree. They're going to sit in the middle like that. And then I'm going to take some giant crab sticks from Walmart. Right here I was trying to figure out about how many I needed at the bottom, and I ended up going with 3 of them. I'm gonna paint all of them using my antique wax. As you can see, I have quite a few crab sticks out here. I only ended up using about 4 of them. So here's my antique wax, and I'm just gonna use a bristled brush to cover everything. A lot of times I use a paper towel or a rag to wipe off the excess, and especially right now since I did add water to my brush, I kept dipping my brush in the water with the stain or the wax so it didn't come on so dark. I cut the ends off of 3 of the crab sticks. These are going to go at the bottom, and I cut them just enough to fit on the bottom of each frame. So one of them is going to be in the middle, and I'll show you how to apply that one. So you see it sits on the bottom perfectly. I'm just going to add hot glue and glue that one down. Now that I have both attached to each frame at the bottom like that, to place the middle one in the center, I need to hold it in place from the bottom. So I have another small crab stick. You can grab any size that you have. I'm just using this one. I'm using 2 pieces for right now. So what I'm going to do is just hot glue both of these to the center like this. I cut off some of the crab sticks, so it left not even half an inch on each side. That way it would fit at the bottom. So I'm adding hot glue and now just attaching them. I added a couple more pieces at the bottom for extra support. Now I'm using hot glue, but you could use wood glue if you want for a way better hold. I'm taking my ruler, I'm measuring the bottom to see how wide it is, and it's about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to make sure the top is the same. So to do that, I'm adding 2 of these pieces. They're a little bit over 3.5 inches. I'm going to add 1 on each side of this at the top, and that's how I'm going to make sure that it is 2.5 inches wide, just like the bottom, so it is straight and not slanted. I'm talking about the canvas frames. So after that, I just added my 2 narrow glass vases inside of there. Remember, they are from Dollar Tree. And then in there, I have 2 orange carnations that I've had for a while. The maroon burgundy leaves are from Hobby Lobby. They're preserved. They last for a really long time and they're really cheap too. For this next one, I'm using this Dollar Tree foam board to do the long candle holder. It's gonna have 5 vases on top with candles. So what I did was grab a beware sign from Dollar Tree. It's the longest sign that I've seen that they've had. I'm gonna use that as a template to cut out the foam board. Now the reason why I didn't use the actual beware sign is because it has rigid edges, if you can see it at the top, and it didn't fit in my miter box that I have from Lowe's to cut it, so that's why I didn't use it. Obviously this is foam board, so it's only for looks. It's not gonna really hold the weight of the vases and candles, so you can move it where you want, but you need to be very careful when you pick it up. You have to hold it really well at the bottom. It's easier to cut it with a box cutter, so that's what I'm using. Now that that is cut out, I need something to place all around the edges to hide that it's foam board. So I'm using these long skewer sticks from Dollar Tree. It came in a huge pack, but I've used it multiple times. So I'm going to take out the pieces that I need, and then I will cut it with my stem cutters. So now I'm going to just take my hot glue gun and hot glue that to the side. And it covers the side perfectly, so you can't even see the side of the foam board. And now that I got the long sides, I'm going to do the bottom and top. And I'm just sanding down the edge because it was kind of pointy from cutting it. Now I'm going to paint the whole thing with my antique wax and a bristled brush. I did a little sample before actually painting this on, and it actually paints on pretty well, and it also dried fast. I thought it was going to just kind of slide around on top of it, but no, it paints it really well. So look how good the foam board looks, guys. I'm really surprised. It came out good. So now I'm going to add 5 of these wood stems. I'm going to just place them on here to show you, but I'm going to paint them black with my matte black paint from Apple Barrel. These are the 5 vases I picked up from Dollar Tree or candle holders, and I thought they were perfect for this and short enough. You can also use taller ones if you want, or different sizes. I already placed the stems where I want, so I'm just going to slightly lift them up, add hot glue to glue them down, and I will also hot glue down the bases on top of them. I didn't remove the stickers underneath the vases because they're really hard to take off, guys, but you're not going to see them anyways because the candles are going to go inside and cover them. Normally when I buy candles from Dollar Tree, you can't really smell them too well, obviously, because they're cheap, but I could actually smell these when I burn them. After this, I'm going to show you. I only burned them for probably not even 10 minutes, and it actually smelled pretty good. I'm gonna light all of the candles up and show you how it looks with it fully lit. It came out really pretty. Just remember what I said. If you want to set this anywhere and you're gonna pick it up, just make sure you hold it well from the bottom, because the foam board that's painted with my wax is only for looks. For this one, I'm going to use the long Halloween sign that says beware from Dollar Tree. First, I'm using my white chalk paint and giving it one coat. Now that it's dry, I'm going to make some faux shiplap lines with my pencil, and I do that just so it looks like it's supposed to be there by using those ridges at the bottom of the beware sign. I have the 3 lines. Now what I'm going to do is just go over some areas darker with my pencil, and then I'll kind of smear it all with my finger just so it looks a little more rustic. These are the 3 little vases or candle holders that I found at Dollar Tree. It says homemade in the front, and I specifically got these with the lid so that way I can add some twine around it to hang on these removable hooks that I also got from Dollar Tree. This is the first time I've seen these, and I really like them because they have a matte wood look to them. I'm showing you the directions for the hooks. You can pause it on here if you want to, but basically you just put them on and wait 12 hours before applying anything. I'm going to add some Dollar Tree twine like this so I can hang them on the hooks, and I'll show you how. It's really simple. First, take the end of the twine and tie 2 knots. Place the lid on there lightly without tightening it, and that way you can pull up in the center to see how high you want it to go. Then you can tighten the lid and tie 2 knots on the opposite side. Then cut the excess off. I hung it up with this Scotch wall mount tape. I always have this on hand, and command strips. You can use that as well if you want. If you do use this, just make sure you apply a lot so it doesn't fall. For some reason, I forgot to record a little clip of it, but I did take some nice pictures for y'all. So I hope you enjoyed this last DIY. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate y'all. Please let me know which one was your favorite, or if you have any questions, leave them below. Make sure you're subscribed. I hope you enjoyed these unique hacks using Dollar Tree vases.